Baby, she's a squirter. Got a double squirt. Bonus! Influenced by the famous TikTok recipe, I'm gonna show you how to make Cowboy Caviar. TikTok's making everything trendy nowadays. This can be used a ton of different ways, which is what makes this recipe really versatile. You can eat it by itself as a side dish, which is probably what I'll do for work this week, or you can use it to like dip chips in. There's a couple different variations of what you'll find online. So I'm just making one of them for you today. So this is actually a really easy recipe to make. The longest part of this prep is just gonna be the chopping and the dicing. So if you have a blender or something that does chopping for you, that will definitely save a lot of time, but I'm just gonna chop things myself. So we're gonna start with all the main ingredients for this recipe, which are gonna be the veg. We've got assorted peppers here, green, red, and orange. We've got a red onion. I call it purple onion. Do you call it purple or red? Let me know in the comments below. Got avocado. I've got a little mango if she's ripe enough. If she's ripe enough. If she's ripe enough. Blah. If she is ripe enough, she's going on in there because I love mango. We've got corn, assorted beans here. I'm just using pinto or black beans, some feta cheese, and then we'll do the dressing last. So we're gonna get started by chopping up the peppers. I'm gonna actually leave my chops not kinda big, but I've seen some people make it where it's super teeny tiny diced. I don't want it that small because I'm not gonna use it as like a dip. I'm gonna eat it more as a salad. So I want bigger chunks that I can actually pick up with my fork. I'm just gonna go ahead and add my peppers in here. I used about a half of a pepper each. I think I'm gonna be the only one eating this recipe, so I don't wanna make too much. We've got our peppers in the bowl. If you don't like bell peppers, you could use any other vegetable, but I don't really know anyone that doesn't like bell peppers. I think they taste really good. So next we're gonna do our onion. Let's get that chopped up. Jason already had this pre-chopped, so it's saving me a little bit of time here. I'm so not good at cutting up mango. I should have you do it. I'm gonna have Jason go cut up the mango because I love mango, eat a lot of it. But thanks to Jason always cutting it up for me. I feel like mango's a little tricky to cut up because the core is always like in a little bit of a different spot. Like it's not consistent. So it's not the easiest, but we have our peppers, our onions. I'm just winging it on the amounts. The canned good items, super easy to do. You just drain them. I like to rinse them underwater too, especially with black beans, because black beans end up having like black thick water in there. It's kind of nasty. So I'm gonna do like half of the black beans. I wish I could find black-eyed peas, but I could not. A lot of recipes you'll see use black-eyed peas, but I'm also using pinto beans. So between the two types of beans, the peppers, we're gonna have a lot of fiber in this recipe and protein. So a half cup of beans, whether it's black beans or pinto, 20 carbohydrates, about 9 grams of fiber and 7 grams of protein. So awesome, love that. A little bit high in iron, potassium, and calcium. So just be warned with beans, if you're not used to consuming them, definitely don't overindulge. I have a tendency to overindulge in beans. I know that sounds weird, but I really like beans where I can eat like 1 to 2 cups of them in a sitting. It's not friendship, it's a little bit too much on my tummy, so just beware there. We're also gonna add in some super sweet corn.
I'm always like on you about, I'm like, bro, watch out for those beans. You know what they do to you. You're gonna start complaining to me.
I hate it when you like rag on me about my bean consumption.
But I'm always right though.
I know you're right, that's why I hate it, because I'm like, just let me eat beans and live my life. And then complain about it the next day. But I've noticed if I just have one serving, like a half a cup, and I don't have it every single day, which can be tricky when you're making a fresh salad like this because it only lasts so long in the fridge, but I'm better off if I eat it like every other day, then I don't have any issues making sure I'm going to the bathroom. I don't know if you need all these details while I'm making this recipe. So moving into super sweet corn, we're gonna do some of this in here. I also just rinse it, drain it. You can get the low sodium version, but you can also just like rinsing it under the water if you're worried about it being too high in sodium because we're using canned. Rinsing it does help. You can also, for both your beans and your corn, well, the beans, you can use a dried variety if you like, and the corn, you could go with frozen. That again will reduce the sodium content. So there is all our goodies. Jason's working on the mango. We've got avocado. So with avocado and adding that in there, if you're not gonna eat this right away, I suggest you wait and add this in when you go to eat it, but we're gonna wait and add that in at the end. I am gonna eat this today though. I'm gonna give this a little zhuzh just to start mixing her up. Ooh, that already looks, doesn't that just do something for you? Like that gets my jollies off. All the colors of this just make me so happy, so excited to eat this. So simple too. We're gonna cut up the mango. I want the mango just a little bit diced tinier. Just that way the mango adds that little bit of sweetness in there. And then you'll see with the dressing that we're gonna make up too, how that's also gonna flavor it. Dressing, you will have some different options. Some people use Italian dressing. That can definitely be like a quicker option for you if you just wanna buy like a bottled Italian dressing, but we're gonna do a little something different today that's kind of classic to the TikTok recipe. Let me know if you guys have any favorite recipes that you've been making lately, that you've been influenced by on TikTok. I kind of want to keep doing some of these, trying out some of the viral TikTok recipes. I did one over the winter, I want to say it was that like Taco Bell Supreme Crunch Wrap that Jaclyn Hill did, but that was kind of trending on TikTok. So I feel like, you know, TikTok makes everything like popular again. So let me know what your favorites are and maybe we'll do some more trending TikTok recipes. I really wanted to make this because I feel like it'll be a good side for me for the work week, just something refreshing and filling to add to my lunches.
What's up with those slippers?
Wait, you're filming my feet? I feel like people will enjoy my slippers. They're an Amazon slipper and they help keep my feet so they don't hurt on hardwood floors. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix up the mango in there. Yeah, get a little sweetness. Probably would have done 2 mangoes, but there was really only one that was nice and ripe at the store. We're gonna do the avocado. Cutting this into little cubes, smushing it in there. We're gonna do just 1 avocado. You could definitely add more if you like. And if you guys didn't already know, making sure you get an avocado you can use in the store that day. It's usually gonna be a little more black on the outside and it should be a little squishy to touch. If it's not squishy yet, it's gonna be hard and you're not gonna be able to cut it up, or if you do cut it up, it's gonna taste hard and kinda gross. Avocado, perfect. Now some people add, like I said, black olives. I had some, but grocery store did me dirty again and my olives were expired. I'm gonna also add in some feta. I got fat-free feta. I know I'm not a big fat-free person with stuff, but I actually do like fat-free feta. I wasn't really gonna measure this, but for purposes of the video and you guys may be wanting to know, I'll measure it for you. Probably do half a cup. Half a cup of feta sounds good to me. Mix that up again. And now we're gonna do the dressing, which I'm very excited about because I've never done the dressing this way before. Anytime I've had this salad, it usually is more of like an Italian dressing type base. We're gonna spice it up a little fun today. So for the dressing, I'm just gonna mix everything up in a mason jar. We're gonna use a base of extra virgin olive oil. I'm gonna use 1/4 of a cup. Next, I got some white wine vinegar with the mother in there. We're gonna do 1/8 of a cup. All right, this is the part I'm like totally not certain about. This is the hot honey or spicy honey it calls for. It calls for a few tablespoons. I think I'm just gonna add 1. I'm like a puss when it comes to hot things. Like I don't like things super hot and spicy. You wanna take a taste of this, Jay? Stick your finger in there or nah?
It tastes like a hot ball, like a hot jawbreaker.
Oh,
because it's sweet and hot. It tastes like a hot, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the 1 tablespoon. You still have hot balls.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna start there with the 1, and after I get everything added in there, we'll try it out. We are gonna add some lime juice. You could definitely use fresh limes. I was being lazy and didn't wanna have to squeeze all those. So it says 2 tablespoons of lime juice equals 1 medium lime. So I'm gonna do, oh, baby, she's a squirter. It must be the way I poke the hole in there. I've got a double squirt. Bonus. Figure if I need to kind of like cut the spicy honey a bit more, I could add a little more lemon juice. Now, optional, we are gonna add a little taco seasoning mix. So we're gonna do just like a tablespoon of that. This is Trader Joe's taco seasoning mix. I've never had theirs before. It's good, and we're gonna add a little salt and pep. Shake it up. I feel like it just looks spicy, man. See if it has any other needs to it. I'm gonna have to take a little lick test. Just stick my finger in there. I washed it. tastes good. We're gonna go with that. Just dump it all in there, mix it around, and definitely with salads like this, when you add a dressing like that, I feel like the flavors just kind of come out a bit more after it's been chilled for an hour or so. Don't you worry, I'm gonna taste test it now anyways. I wanna get like all the things in it. Definitely not too much spice. If you want more spicy, you could definitely add more hot honey. Some people add a tablespoon or so of sugar in their recipe. I didn't want this to have a sweetness, only the sweetness from the mango, but it really does have the flavors of like the lemon juice. You can tell there's just a little bit of oil there. And then you get that light hint of like the taco honey flavor. I love it. Wow, that made a lot too. So I'm gonna chill this because like I said, it's gonna taste better chilled, but this is something you can eat by itself. You can add it on tacos. You can add it into other like bowl meals that you make. Dip it with some chips. Let's dip it with a chip. I have some chips. I gotta taste test it with a chip for you guys. Let's give it a whirl. Shoot, my chip broke. Dang it. I gotta fish out my chip now. That was really good. All right, this turned out fantastic. I hope you guys give this a try if you have not already. If you do, be sure to tag me if you make it somewhere. Let me know how it turned out for you and if you enjoyed it. And let me know if there's any other trending TikTok recipes that you would like to see me make next. As always, be sure you are subscribed to the channel. It is free to do so. And make sure you hit that post notification bell. That way you're notified each and every time that I upload.